Tuesday.
Brad and I work together.
Same here.
We've known each other a long time.
Same here.
And we can't keep our hands off each other.
Who's the boss? Then, polling bragging rights become a battle of the sexes on Family Matters Tuesday.
It's surprising how many of us, in how many different ways, have a special need for vitamins, even when we try to live the best we can. Fortunately, Nature Made makes more than 120 vitamins and minerals with no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. Enough for all the different kinds of people and all the different ways they live. For our free vitamin guide, please call.
The thick, rich taste you love. But sometimes, some days, you're in the mood for something a little bit tangy, a little bit kicky, a little bit spicy. Yeah, Heinz 57 sauce. It's like ketchup with a kick.
While their friends were worried about colleges, these teens were learning the hardest lesson of their lives. Teenagers with AIDS on the next Oprah Winfrey Show.
It's Oprah, tomorrow at 4, here on Channel 2.
Here among college students in Gainesville, Florida, on the Night News.
She doesn't like the country, get out.
Another Star-Spangled controversy over the national anthem, this time starring Sinead O'Connor. The story on Entertainment Tonight for Tuesday, August 28, 1990.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us once again. I'm Lisa Gibbons.
And I'm John Tesh. Singer Sinead O'Connor pulled the plug on the national anthem, and now radio stations are pulling the plug on Sinead O'Connor. 2 days after she refused to allow the anthem at the beginning of her concert, radio stations in New York and New Jersey began pulling her from their playlists. Though her concert last night in Philadelphia went smoothly, Irish rocker Sinead O'Connor ruffled more than a few feathers during a concert last weekend in New Jersey when she threatened not to perform if the national anthem was played. O'Connor has since been banned from the arena.
We will not allow any act to tell us we cannot play the national anthem here.
I will live by my own policies.
In a statement released yesterday, O'Connor explained her position, quote, "This was not meant as a snub of Americans, but I have a policy of not having any national anthems played before my concerts in any country, not even my own, because they have nothing to do with music in general," end quote. O'Connor also said people should be more alarmed about the trend toward censorship in music in this country than with her actions. But at radio station Z100 in New York, O'Connor has been scratched from the playlist.
I thought it was pretty much a slap in the face to Americans because it's the national anthem and she's a guest in the country. What do you think?
Well, I think it's a bad time to be doing something like that. I mean, she's very insensitive to the mood of the country right now, and the people that are out in the front lines in Saudi Arabia, people who are putting their lives on the line for America.
And in Philadelphia, Eagle 106 protested O'Connor by playing the anthem outside the arena just before she performed. Finally, fan reaction to O'Connor's anthem stance was mixed.
She doesn't like the country, get out.
She's making a statement, and we enjoy our music, and, you know, people are entitled to their own opinions. That's what this country's all about.
Well, you can pencil in Frank Sinatra high on the list of Sinead O'Connor's non-fans. Quoting Sinatra now, "She should leave the country. Her behavior is unforgivable. For her sake, we'd better never meet," end quote.
In the 50s, when actress Lucille Ball became pregnant in real life and on her hit TV show as well, the word pregnant was taboo on television. These days, when TV stars get pregnant, they not only say it loud and clear, they often work their condition into the storylines. And that's our inside story for today.
Lucille Ball was the first actress to make her pregnancy a part of her show. But historically, when actresses like Eve Arden, Elizabeth Montgomery, Sally Field, and Susan St. James became pregnant, their TV characters did not. In the 90s, things are different.
Your instincts are correct, miss. You didn't swallow a watermelon seed.
This fall, television is experiencing a baby boom. On Midnight Caller, actor James Reed is the father of Wendy Kilborn's baby. In real life, the couple has been married for almost 2 years, and this will be their first child. While excited by her pregnancy, Wendy admits she was a bit anxious about telling her bosses the news.
It wasn't something that the producers expected, so there was always that element of, you know, how are they going to react and what are they going to say?
Yet more and more producers are reacting just the way executive producer Robert Singer did when he heard the news.
We took it as an opportunity, you know. It was a nice avenue to open, you know, probably one we wouldn't have thought of if it hadn't actually happened. But once it did, after that initial, oh boy, what are you going to do? We said, well, that can lead to some interesting stuff.
Interesting, yes, but sometimes it can be rough on your co-star. Just ask Gary Cole.
When we do really close work, I can't stand as close to her as I used to be able to. And every week, I'm getting further and further away. She's going to have a big baby.
The next time you feel yourself starting to cramp, you relax and take a deep breath.
If producers decide not to write an actress's pregnancy into the story, they're forced to find clever ways to hide her condition. China Beach producers felt a pregnant prostitute was an intriguing storyline and wrote Marg Helgenberger's pregnancy into the show. The actress was glad because she thinks there's really no way to hide it.
You're always behind something, or you're holding something in front of you, and eventually everybody knows, and it's kind of a joke.
While both Lisa Bonet's and Felicia Rashad's pregnancies were hidden on The Cosby Show, the trend seems to be moving away from concealment. After a 2-year marriage, Jean Smart and her husband were expecting their first child. Designing Women made Charlene a mother-to-be. Markie Post's 8-year marriage to actor Michael Ross has produced 2 children. Night Court hid her first pregnancy, but when number 2 was on the way, her character, Christine, also became a mom.
That last twingie smarted a little. I hope this childbirth thing isn't painful.
Julia Duffy's first pregnancy was also hidden, but her second child was a part of Newhart's storyline.
Now, when I see that a character's pregnant on a show, I just assume the actress is. Never even occurs to me they would write it in for any other reason.
But not every actress is thrilled to be working when she's expecting, whether it's written in or not.
Oh, hey, Mrs. Thatcher. Congratulations.
Patti LuPone of Life Goes On expects her first child in November. She wishes she were at home rather than on the set.
I always envisioned I'd be barefoot making bread in my kitchen while I was pregnant, but I have a contract, and I'd rather honor the contract than not.
And when the baby comes, then what? Do you give up your series to be a full-time mom? Wendy Kilborn reveals she's decided to do just that.
Well, I'm going to be completing 5 episodes of the new season, and then I won't be returning to the show. So I've made the decision to stay at home.
Marg Helgenberger has opted to take 6 weeks off when her baby arrives in November. Meanwhile, she says working on the set while pregnant has been fun.
It's cute. I mean, it's cute, the amount of attention I get. And I think a lot of people were surprised, so I guess so they would say to me things like, well, I guess I don't need to ask you what you were doing over the summer. And
well, as with Night Court and Newhart, the folks at Cheers have played it both ways. When Shelley Long became pregnant, the producers did everything they could to cover up the blessed event. But her replacement, actress Kirstie Alley, is pregnant now, and her character will be pregnant on the show. On our Inside Story tomorrow, the fashions and music of the 60s stage a big 90s comeback. So keep digging out those tie-dyes. They are back in style. The Inside Story, that's tomorrow on Entertainment Tonight.
Coming up next, Frances McDormand reveals the advantages of playing a sexy leading lady. And later, a Harvard grad gives it up for a shot at Hollywood. Plus, Hank Williams Jr. has an angry message for Iraq's Saddam Hussein.
Children have about the most beautiful hair color in the world. So when I went blonde, I took Emily to the hairdressers with me. And I said, this is the color I want to be. He said, I know how to get that. Miss Clairol, number 30. I said, okay. And in no time, I was blonde. A beautiful flaxen blonde. No wonder hairdressers choose Miss Clairol more often. I look like I was born with this color.
Mommy, you're so pretty. My blondie has the first name. It's Joey.
Joey.
My blondie.
Hey, Joey.
What?
Your bologna's missing something.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not. It's not. Taste it.
Is so, is so.
It's not. It's not. I eat it all the time.
Not this bologna. This is Oscar Mayer's new light bologna. It has a third less fat. But since it tastes so great, Joey will never know what he's missing.
Nothing's missing.
Right now, your Mitsubishi Motors dealer is offering real bargains on selected low-mileage, well-maintained 89 and 90 models of Galant, Mirage, and Montero. Boom! With low down payments, lower finance rates, lower monthly payments, and up to 60-month financing. All our are covered for the remainder of the original warranty, too. Incentives to buy pre-owned Mitsubishis have never been higher. So come see for yourself at your Mitsubishi Motors dealer today.
You ever notice when most pizza places in Atlanta cut you a deal on 2 pizzas, what really gets cut is the toppings? Well, at Pizza Hut, you can get 1 medium cheese pizza for just $6.99, 2 for just $9.99, and they'll heap your favorite toppings on both for one low price. So why settle for skimpy pizza pairs when you can get Atlanta's favorite pizza pairs? Pizza Hut, making it great.
Darkman is #1 at the box office this week, and that's great news for co-star Frances McDormand. After a series of character roles, she's playing a sexy leading lady. She hopes people are going to love her in this new light.
McDormand portrays an ambitious attorney who tries to help a brilliant scientist who's been disfigured by hitmen.
You don't have to hide from me anymore, Pete.
In addition to being a fantasy and a thriller, the film is a romance, presenting the actress with her biggest challenge.
She's not going to be the kind of woman that just says, I love you, no matter what happens, I will be with you for the rest of your life. When she sees charred skin hanging from his face and no lips, I mean, there's going to be some questions.
Her role in Darkman is a big departure for the actress, who's best known for her parts as Dot in Raising Arizona and the deputy sheriff's wife in her Oscar-nominated performance in Mississippi Burning.
In my film work, I've done mostly southern rural women. And I saw the opportunity with Julie to play an urban woman from perhaps a northern city with more than a high school education. I went, oh.
In addition to playing a professional woman, this character actress was attracted to her latest role because she got to play a damsel in distress, who was eventually saved by Darkman, Liam Neeson.
I wanted to play the babe. Often, I think, when an actress or an actor who have just played the babe or the hunk roles, when they do a character role and do it successfully, people go, oh, they can act. I didn't know they could act. Did you know they could act? Or wanted to try the reverse. I'm a character actor. I play the babe. Oh, she can look good. Did you know she could look good? She looks okay. I don't know if I was entirely successful, but when you're playing across from Liam in Darkman makeup, it's a lot easier to pull that off.
McDormand is friends with one of Darkman's writers, and she says she first heard about the story 6 years ago and followed its progress all the way through.
In The Tall Guy, Jeff Goldblum is an American actor who's in way over his head living in London. As you'll see now in our exclusive movie preview, his life is a series of misadventures which begin to turn around when he falls in love.
The ugliest man in the universe.
Jeff Goldblum stars in The Tall Guy as Dexter King, an American actor living in London who stars in a ludicrous musical adaptation of The Elephant Man. But when Dexter's annual bout with hay fever wreaks havoc on his life, he visits a doctor and falls head over heels for Nurse Kate Lemon, played by Emma Thompson.
I do think you're pretty and nice.
See you here at 6 tomorrow, then.
To Dexter's surprised delight, Kate gets right down to business.
I think it's much better to go to bed with the person on the first date to get it out of the way.
Suddenly, Dexter's love life turns around, but in a moment of drunken abandon, he's seduced by another woman.
I'm not wearing any underwear.
Dexter loses Kate to his old boss, played by Rowan Atkinson, but will stop at nothing to win her back.
You stopped my show to talk about her?
You're damned right I have.
Well, you're welcome to it, Dumbo.
Meanwhile, to everyone's surprise, Dexter's Elephant musical becomes a smash. I can see why. The Tall Guy opens in selected cities on September 21st.
A celebrity audience attended the Los Angeles premiere of The Lemon Sisters. The movie stars Diane Keaton, Carol Kane, and Catherine Grody. And by the end of the evening, guests were singing the praises of those three leading ladies.
In Los Angeles, a cavalcade of stars, including Valerie Harper, Lou Gossett Jr., Rhea Perlman, Susan Day, Rita Coolidge, and two co-stars of the film, Elliot Gould and Carol Kane, led the parade to the benefit premiere of The Lemon Sisters.
You're finished in this business. You got that finished because you don't know how to listen. You're finished.
I will show you finished. Want to see finished?
The film's a comedy set in Atlantic City in the early 80s. The growing pains of the city serve as a parallel to the growing pains of three lifelong friends, Diane Keaton, Kane, and Catherine Grody, who once sang as a trio, calling themselves the Lemon Sisters.
I don't care if anybody ever sees us sing again.
will be no great loss.
After the screening, the celebrities in attendance were unanimous in their enjoyment of the film, saying the tale of three women has something for males and females alike.
It's in everybody's movie. Everybody's got friends, you know? I wouldn't say it's a man's film, but I would say it's absolutely grand for women.
No, it's a people's movie. Yeah, all the girls should come and see it.
I don't know. It was accessible to my feminine side, I guess, you know.
Last night's screening was a benefit to help finance a worldwide vigil plan to draw attention to the plight of underprivileged children around the world.
Award-winning author Elmore Leonard has written 28 novels which have sold millions of copies worldwide. He's also written the scripts for a dozen more movies. Now he's brought those two worlds together in a novel which exposes the secrets of Hollywood deal-making. Elmore Leonard has been coming to Hollywood for 20 years. He writes bestsellers that turn into movies, titles such as 52 Pickup, Mr. Majestic, Hombre, and Joe Kidd. In his latest novel, called Get Shorty, his hero is a crook who becomes a movie producer.
I thought, well, why not get my guy who knows nothing about, who has a background in, as a loan shark in Miami with mafia ties, bring him into the film business and let's see what happens.
What usually happens to Leonard's 400-page novels, like Stick, is that they get cut down into 100-page scripts for stars such as Burt Reynolds. Characters and situations get changed, but the author says that's okay with him.
I've never felt that in changing my book, as it does change for the screen, that it ruins the book. The book is still there. You know, the book is what it is, and the screenplay and the film becomes something else, good or bad.
More of Elmore Leonard's novels may become movies, but he says a good book is more important to him than a box office hit.
All I have to do is entertain myself. And I hope then there'll be a couple of million people, readers, who will also be entertained.
His book, Get Shorty, is about making movies, and Hollywood is interested in turning that into a film. Leonard is negotiating with several studios to sell the rights to the novel.
What's new? Preview.
Preview, the best of the new.
Preview life's coming attractions.
So that's what's new.
What's new?
Preview.
Preview, the best of the new.
Preview, the best of the new. Premiering September 18th following Channel 2's Night Beat.
So that's what's new.
I eat. I eat chocolate, potato chips, hamburgers.
Introducing a new idea in dieting. Exercise. It makes your body burn calories faster, so the weight you take off stays on, even when you're not exercising. Bally's 30-minute workout. It won't make you stick to a diet, but it will make your diet stick.
Size 26 jeans are pretty hip.
Join Bally's Holiday now and get 2 for 1. Special trial program, 20 visits for $20. Hurry, offer ends Wednesday.
It's Toyota shopping time.
It's Toyota.
Time to make a great year-end deal on a trouble-free Corolla.
You feel so good, 'cause that's a real good sign.
Great Corolla deals, incentives up to $1,000, great money-saving option packages.
Corolla just for you. Sedans, wagons, sport coupes too.
So see your Toyota dealer now for a great Corolla deal.
Toyota shopping time.
If you don't have the time to spend waiting, spend a little time at Eckerd. The summertime is counting down, so report immediately to Eckerd's back-to-school sale and stock up on everything you'll need. Like 70-count wire-bound notebooks, assorted portfolios, Eckerd pencils, and much more. So don't be tardy. Eckerd, because America can't wait.
Once upon a time, there was an incredible vegetable, the green giant mushroom.
Ooh.
It did amazing things for food. The giant picked only the mushrooms plump enough to make pasta perfect, juicy enough to make spaghetti sumptuous, and salads scrumptious. Soon people added the giant's mushrooms to chicken, burgers, stew, gravy, and people ate happily ever after.
Because green giant mushrooms give everything a lift.
Ho, ho, ho.
Green giant.
For many young people, a Harvard education is the dream of a lifetime. Dan Pallotta is a Harvard grad, but he's following a different dream. Dan wants to be a singer, and his goal is making it in Hollywood.
Mama, don't worry, Mama, don't worry, I'll put me on the cover of Rolling Stone.
It's a typical Thursday night at Molly Malone's, a local Los Angeles nightclub, and singer Dan Pallotta is center stage.
American seems we got a little malfunction in the American dream, yeah.
Dan is anything but your typical struggling singer. A 1983 graduate of Harvard with a degree in economics, Dan threw away a job working for a state senator to follow his dream.
Thank you.
I've sacrificed a lot to pursue this. Some of the kids that I graduated from Harvard with are, you know, they're making $150,000, $175,000 a year.
Morning, Irv. Good morning, Dan.
To make ends meet, Dan works 5 days a week for a fundraising consulting company, but even at his day job, he's thinking about music.
I have a computer at work, and if I come up with some kind of an idea for a lyric, I'll just get out of what I'm in and go to work on some lyrics.
This land was made for me, and it's yours if you can't pay the rent. The cedars shine in the sea.
While Dan is performing at local clubs 1 or 2 nights a week, he hopes to reach a larger audience. And though recording executive Bobby Colomby has never heard Dan sing, he says there's always room for new talent.
I mean, we'd love to find great talent every day. I mean, there's room for unique artists. The key is the uniqueness.
And despite the obvious contradiction between Dan's Ivy League past and his musical future, he says the two share a common goal.
When I was younger, I always wanted to get into politics, and I'd go to a Springsteen concert and look at what he had an opportunity to do. You know, every single night he gets to be in front of 15,000 people or 20,000 people, and I thought, there's no congressman or United States senator that gets to do that, you know, that gets to communicate with people in a meaningful way and touch them somehow.
In Hollywood, of course, there is intense competition for relatively few acting jobs available. Tomorrow we're going to see how one aspiring actor tries to tip the odds in his favor.
The tense situation in the Middle East has country star Hank Williams Jr. as mad as all get out. Now Hank's vented his anger in a song. It's a personal message to Iraq's Saddam Hussein.
Don't give us a reason. Come gunning for you. Cause the odds don't look so good if your deck is in a noose.
Williams is revving up his fans while on tour with his anti-Iraqi anthem, Don't Give Us a Reason.
I got mad, frustrated, and this country is mad and frustrated. I am not alone on this one.
Williams wrote the song in less than a day after seeing news reports of Americans being held hostage.
This guy's using little kids as shields. And I had to write it and do it, and everybody's got navels and opinions, and so do I. And I'm going to say what I want to say.
The desert ain't Vietnam. There's nowhere to run. We got some real Top Guns. Don't give us a reason.
The song is one of the top requests on country radio, but Williams won't see a dime from it. He's donating all royalties to the Red Cross.
I must be brain dead to be recording for a long time and might have the biggest record in my life and give it all away. Maybe there'll be another one.
Williams says he'd like to sing his song for our soldiers in Saudi Arabia. He says he's ready to go as soon as they ask him.
Well, little Joe has a new home. We're going to tell you about that when we get back.
I'm Monica Kaufman. A serial murderer terrorizing the city of Gainesville, Florida will have a live report, and U.S. Embassy dependents arrive home on the night beat.
Arby's presents the classics. 3 classic roast beef sandwiches, each just 99 cents. There's the classic deluxe with lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise, just 99 cents. Add some sizzle, and you've got the classic with bacon for just 99 cents. Or take a slice at the classic with Swiss for just 99 cents. But to appreciate Arby's 99-cent classics, hurry in now, because...
My story isn't like a lot of the other stories. I didn't have 85 or 100 pounds to lose. I lost 30 pounds. Jenny Craig really helped me put all the pieces together. It helped to have this team that I was now part of that was supporting me. The best thing about being thin is knowing that people aren't looking at you because you look bad. They're looking at you because you look good.
Final weeks of our summer special. Lose all the weight you want for only a $79 service fee. Final weeks, call now.
Stop the money. Mitsubishi's inventive clearance is over.
Well, not quite yet. There's still time to get $2,000 cash back on selected Gallants and Monteros named Best Buys in their class, or $2,000 back on Mighty Max 4x4. Pickup truck of the year. Oops, all gone. Well, not quite yet. So hurry down or there won't be any cash left. And this time I'm quite serious.
$2,000 cash back at your Mitsubishi Motors dealer now.
Nature gives us the energy we need through the foods we eat. The foods that give us energy most efficiently are called carbohydrates. One of the best natural sources of carbohydrates is sucrose, sugar. Like Dixie Crystals, all natural Dixie Crystals comes from sugarcane, an extraordinary plant that turns the sun's energy into sugar. Dixie Crystals, pure cane sugar, a sweet taste of the sun.
Celebrating a birthday today, actress Emma Sams turns 30, actor David Soul, 47, actor Ben Gazzara turns 60, actor Donald O'Connor is 65 today, and actress Nancy Kolb is 69.
60 Minutes, fueled by tensions in the Middle East, was the highest-rated program on the AC Nielsen list last week, giving CBS the #1 spot in the top 10. Roseanne on ABC was 10th, and the 8 shows in between were all on NBC, which won the Nielsen Derby for the 15th consecutive week. But the news at NBC wasn't all good. Actor-producer Michael Landon, with NBC since the days of the super hit Bonanza in the 60s, has left the fold. Landon has signed a deal to star in a series for CBS during the 1991-92 season. All of Landon's NBC series were hits, including Little House on the Prairie and Highway to Heaven. And the big news at the Fox network is Howie Mandel. He's going to star in a sitcom about a man and his brother-in-law running the family mortuary. It's called Good Grief. It will premiere September 30th in the time slot following Married with Children on Sunday nights.
The biggest stars of women's tennis took time out from the U.S. Open tournament in New York to appear at a gala that raised $200,000 for the March of Dimes. In New York, Ivana Trump with Mayor David Dinkins stole the limelight at the Women's Tennis Association Awards. Most of the top net stars were on hand to honor Steffi Graf as Player of the Year.
So the competition around, it's just very nice to accept it.
Still, it was a stunning pair of checks that captivated the crowd. And just 2 blocks away, Ivana's estranged husband, Donald Trump, signed copies of his brand new book, Trump, Surviving at the Top.
The book just came out and it went to #1 already, so I'm really honored by that.
And in Las Vegas, 2,500 poets attended the World of Poetry convention.
And now, arise. Remove your shell.
Bob Hope, former Senator Eugene McCarthy, and Nipsey Russell were just a few of the celebrities taking part.
Poetry will go where it has always gone, to encapsulate the ideas of mankind in a way that's pleasing to the ear.
And now arise, remove your shell.
Really? I
like that. I'm going to use that.
We're out of here for today, folks. But on tomorrow's show, big revival in 60s music and the proper clothes to wear while you zap back to the love generation.
And to close our show, we're going to zap back all the way to the 50s with a remake of Mickey and Sylvia's 57 hit, Love is Strange. It's the world premiere done 90s style by Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. Enjoy.
See you tomorrow.
Love is strange. Lots of people take it for a game. Baby, whoa, baby, my sweet baby, you're the one.
What's new? Preview. For the first time, the best of everything that's new, all in one show. Television, movies, music, fashion, and living. Tomorrow's breakthroughs today. Don't be left out. Tune to Preview and turn on tomorrow. Coming September 18th, only on Channel 2.
Oh, that should work.
Well, how do you call your lover boy?
Oh, you know, I just do it all kind of ways.
Do you ever just let it all hang out?
Yes, I do, and I go, oh, baby, oh, my sweet baby, oh, my baby.
What kind of security do local college campuses have? The answer on the Night Beat.
Golf is planning something big. I want to light up the sky.
This'll do it.
Anything bigger?
Bigger?
Okay, I'll take 6 dozen. Men, golf has selected you to participate in a big announcement. Okay, repeat after me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Good. Except, Virgil, you're a little flat.
This fall, enter the Pepsi Bodacious Back to School Sweepstakes and win a free limo to and from school.
School's never like this.
Or a $1,000 shopping spree.
School was never like this.
And best of all, Pepsi will give the lucky winner up to $100,000 towards college.
School was never like this.
Shh. The Pepsi Bodacious Back to School Sweepstakes.
School was never like this.
Didn't I just say that?
Enter the Pepsi Bodacious Back to School Sweepstakes.
Problems, problems, problems all day long. Will my problems work out right or wrong? Problems, problems, problems.
If you're getting nowhere, it's because you didn't start here. The real Yellow Pages from Southern Belle. It's here or nowhere.
Problems, problems.
Once upon a time, there was an incredible vegetable, the green giant mushroom. It did amazing things for food. The giant picked only the mushrooms plump enough to make pasta perfect, juicy enough to make spaghetti sumptuous, and salads scrumptious. Soon, people added the giant's mushrooms to chicken, burgers, stew, gravy, and people ate happily ever after.
Because green giant mushrooms give everything a lift.
Ho, ho, ho.
Green giant.
There's a time for love and a time for living. Take a chance and fail.
I have seen this happen before.
You want to back off, Lieutenant. I am not your ex-partner. I am me.
I know. I'm talking to you. Please do not make me order you to take leave. I don't want to hurt your career. But I can have some cooperation from you. Get some help.
Oh, I see. Because you had to lay off the sauce, that means the rest of us can have a little nip every now and then?
Peggy, that was between you and me. You owe me better than that.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
What is it? You want a piece of me, too?
No, the baby's mother's here.
James Beckwith?
That's what her ID says.
All right. Two of you take care of your case. You and I'll finish this later.
Handle it with this, Becky. Mary Beth, if anybody's looking for me, you just tell them I'm out the feed.
Is she okay?
She's fine. Mrs. Beckwith, I'm Detective Lacey. Why don't we, find someplace more private to talk, huh?
I told you. I went to my sister's. I went away because I was weak and I needed to rest. The birth was very difficult. That's why I went to my sister Carol's.
In Allentown, Pennsylvania, is that correct? Mm-hmm. Why didn't you take your baby?
It was a small apartment. Tommy Jr. was already on the bottle, and his father, he rest in peace. Tom was real good at taking care of me. Look, I feel bad enough. Please, can't you take me to my baby?
He's a beautiful baby. What did he weigh at birth?
7 pounds.
7 pounds even.
Oh, well, around 7 pounds.
My 3 kids were 7'3", 7'8½", and 7 pounds, 14½ ounces. What hospital was he born in?
He was born at home.
Now, what was your doctor's name?
We couldn't afford one.
No doctor? No midwife?
We haven't been able to get back on welfare since we moved to New York.
This baby's mother must miss him terribly.
Yes, I do. And I want him back now.
So does his true mother.
That's my baby!
Mrs. Beckwith, you have no proof that this is your baby. It's only a matter of time before we match the baby up with a missing child report.
That's my baby! I love him.
Mrs. Beckwith, it's life in prison for kidnapping. If you cooperate with me, I can help you get the sentence down.
But I love him. my care of him. I never left him sitting alone. I have a right to a baby. He should belong to me. Oh, God.
Come on, Nancy, Drew. Let me help you out.
I can get up by myself.
Oh, come on.
Oh, wow, you...
Oh, sorry.
You got me all wet.
I didn't realize that you...
That's my good blouse, too, and I'm drenched. I'll probably get the flu.
Said it was sorry.
I know it. I know you are, but I smell like a brewery.
It's okay, Chris.
Really?
It's all right. It's all right.
Tony.
Yeah. Huh?
Touch him.
Hmm?
Touch him. Come on. Be a man, all right? Touch him.
Chris.
You can't even fake it. Listen, give my regards to Daniel. Or Bruce, whoever your trick of the night is, okay?
I can't take your call right now, but if you leave a message, I'll get back with you. Christine, I've been looking for you. Update on Jane Beckwith. Turns out she kidnapped baby John Doe. We matched with a missing child from Gary, Indiana. And I got a hold of the real mother. She's coming in to get him. I'll tell you all about it when you call me back. I'm home all night.
You already did enough damage.
Chris, it's me, David.
I'm not home.
You left the door open.
And to what do I owe this intrusion?
I was worried about you.
I don't blame you. You know what that damn Greek did? He spilled beer all over my shirt. See how it's clinging to me? It's pretty sexy, isn't it? Do you think I should enter a wet t-shirt contest or something?
How about some coffee, huh?
No.
I need a cup of this.
David, I have to change my shirt. And I want you to help me. Remember how good you used to be at that? I mean, that was what it was all about, isn't it? Wasn't that the best part? Sex? Admit it. Come on, admit it.
All right. How about I fix us something to eat?
No. Dance with me. Dance with me. Nobody ever dances with me anymore. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. You're going to feel a lot better in the morning. Come on, I just get you into bed.
That's exactly what I had in mind.
I gotta get it down to those wet things and into a robe. And then I'm gonna make us some coffee.
David, you don't have to take advantage of me. I give you permission. I'm all yours. Come on. Dun, 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 dun,
No, come on, Chris, stop.
Let's go to bed. Come here. You always said I was the best. And I am. I'm the best. Come on, let's do dirty things. Touch me.
Chris.
What?
No.
Forget it. Get the whole damn thing, all right? There are a million guys who get their eyes teeth to be with me. I don't need you or anything. I'm by myself.
I'm here.
Please don't go. Don't leave me, please.
One word distinguishes the American Express card from the others. Member. And membership has its privileges.
I'm glad we stayed an extra day.
I'm glad we have the American Express card.
I seem to have lost my wallet with all my cards.
I can have a new card for you by tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
She's so lovely.
She reminds me of you.
To apply for membership, call 1-800-THE-CARD.
The doctor said I could take Anacin 3 for my headaches.
Anacin 3 has the same aspirin-free acetaminophen that's in Tylenol tablets with no coating, but Anacin 3 adds a protective coating for easier swallowing.
Take 3, Anacin 3.
Also, Anacin 3 coated caplets.
This was Matchlight Instant Lighting Charcoal. Now, today's Matchlight. Today's Matchlight lights twice as fast. Lights fast, spreads fast. Today's Matchlight, it's twice as fast.
Your dentist has lots of tools to help your family fight cavities. But what about his family? Well, he brings them a different tool. Chances are he chooses Crest. That's right. More dentist families use Crest than any other fluoride toothpaste. They know no toothpaste fights cavities better. After all, Crest has proven itself in test after test. Your dentist does all he can here for your family. And at home, he does all he can for his. Shouldn't you? Make the cavity-fighting choice more dentists do. Choose Crest.
Cagney and Lacey will continue.
Wednesday.
Who are you?
The night turns ugly.
Where is Mike Hammer?
Mary Fran turns a dream into a nightmare when Hammer gets kidnapped. Then Magnum is lured into a trap and framed for murder.
Jeez! You're under arrest.
Can Jessica free him? Then the terror of war returns on The Equalizer.
Help! I want vindication.
A new battle for The Equalizer, Wednesday.
This is CBS.
Since I've discovered Front Row, shopping for clothes for my family is so easy. We all love it. The kids are crazy about the latest name brand fashions from Front Row.
Wow, thanks, Mom.
Jack enjoys a great selection of menswear, and I love the fact that Front Row has department store fashions for a lot less. They call it true minimum prices. I call it smart. I even had enough left over to treat myself. Shop Front Row, where you'll find quality fashions for the whole family.
From TV5 in Atlanta, this is Newsbreak.
Good evening, I'm Pam Martin.
And I'm Richard Belcher. Will Atlanta Mayor Andrew Young appear before a federal grand jury tomorrow as scheduled? In less than half an hour, TV5's Morse Diggs will tell us why the mayor may not testify tomorrow about the Julian Bond cocaine affair.
Also tonight on Update, we'll explain why some penguins were putting on the Ritz.